Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Berlin Season 1, Episode 5, if you don't know it. I've been watching all of Berlin, you know, all of this first season with you guys. I'm gonna put the link for the playlist that I made for it. If you want to have all of my reaction videos, you know, into the chronological order. If you want to binge watch everything, you just have to click, you know, into the eye to have access to the playlist made for it. And be sure that into the eye, I'm gonna put also the link for the playlist that I made for La Casa De Papel, because if you don't know it, I reacted to La Casa De Papel, at least to the last seasons, you know, the 3 last seasons that we discovered together. That was so great. I cried so much. I loved these characters so much. So if you want to watch my reactions and my thoughts about La Casa De Papel also, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. As you can hear, and maybe also as you can see, I think that for those of you who know me, you know, for those of you who are watching normally my reaction videos, you know that this face, it's not my normal face. Like, you can read on me, on my face, that I'm sick. My voice is different because of the fact that my nose is blocked, you know, it's changing also my voice. It's really annoying. Like, I was just on the phone with my parents, and just with my hello, they understood that I was still sick. 3 weeks now that I'm sick. It's getting really annoying, and for Berlin, you know, for binge watching this show, it's getting also really frustrating for me because, you know, I'm trying to take things slowly for my body, you know, to not be too exhausted and all, to still watch this show, to still edit also these videos, to work on them and all of that. Normally, at this time, if I would be normal, you know, with my normal health, I would have already finished to binge watch the show, and also I would have edited at least, you know, 5 episodes, I think. But because of the fact that I'm sick, I'm getting tired, you know, really more quickly. So that's why today I'm gonna watch only 2 episodes. And I'm gonna finish my binge watching only tomorrow, you know, so it's gonna be on Monday. And this season is out since Friday. I know that for a lot of you guys, it doesn't mean anything because you're not binge watching shows, you know, everything in just one day. But for me, it's really rare, you know, to act like that with new shows, new seasons on Netflix. And even more, you know, like, I'm so stressed, I'm so... I don't want to read any spoilers about this show, you know, on Twitter, or I don't know, on some articles online or something like that. I'm also scared now because on my TikTok and also on television, I saw that they were making, you know, advertisements and stuff like that about Berlin. And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch them. Like, each time I'm scrolling so quickly, and each time, you know, I'm turning my eyes and I'm putting mute, you know, on the audio to avoid spoilers like hell. If you don't know it, I hate spoilers a lot. So for Berlin right there, I watched the first trailer and that was all. I didn't watch any promotional pictures. I'm not reading anything about it, you know, anything about, for example, what is gonna happen truly during it. And that's why I was surprised also by the mood of the show at the beginning of it. I'm gonna come back to it later. But also, you know, because of the fact that it's a spin-off from La Casa De Papel, I'm afraid in the sense that I'm expecting maybe a little to have some ghosts from the past to come at some point, and I'm afraid to have that spoiler before discovering it, you know, truly directly on screen. So I'm really like stressed to read that before discovering it by myself. So that's why really I'm being really careful with it. For me, for now, I don't think that we're gonna have ghosts from the past, you know, like it's happening during the golden age of Berlin. It's happening with an entire new crew. It's happening in France also, and all of the characters that we know that are really related to Spain. I'm thinking for sure about all of the crew, you know, for the East, but I'm thinking also for all of the potential enemies that we add into La Casa De Papel. We can't have them right there into Berlin, and that, you know, I talked about it during the review of the last episode. It's missing for now into Berlin. Like really, I want to have an enemy for our guys. Everything is too easy for them. Like everything is happening really like it's too easy, it's too simple. They already made that East, you know, and they were not bothered at all during it. And you know, half of the season and they already did it. So something wrong has to happen, something really bad. We need enemies, we need people after them, something like that. I don't know who, I don't know what. You know what I think? I think that maybe, you know, my theory, the fact that maybe we had clues about things that I didn't notice, about the fact that something else is going on. There is a plan inside of the plan that Berlin planned, or there is a plan inside of the plan, meaning that someone else is doing something that we didn't notice, you know, that our guys didn't notice, but in fact they're gonna trap Berlin and its crew, they're gonna block them right there, they're gonna steal all of the jewels, you know, from them, now that they stole them. I don't know, I'm imagining something like that, and for my suspects I have Berlin's ex-wife, because the fact that we began the show, you know, with her just saying goodbye to her like that, did she know that you had that East, you know, on mind? Maybe she's gonna want to cross you somewhere, I don't know. I'm suspecting also Camille, because I don't know, some little things are weird with the girl. Like right now, where is she? She was not sleeping with her husband. She was not at Chantilly, you know, that she's not with Berlin, clearly. Where is she, the girl, right now? And the fact that her husband was okay for her to have an affair like that, how she's acting with Berlin, like, their feelings are right, but everything began, you know, on a lie, on Berlin. I love him, you know how much I love him, but Berlin acting like a fucking psychopath, stalking the girl, following her like a fucking stalker, and really lying to her, manipulating her. And also, when things are beginning on a lie like that, I can't believe, you know, into that relationship, even if I can see that during some moments their feelings were real, and also they had little things in common, like the fact that they're impulsive, they want to live really in the present day, like day by day, and they want to be remembered also. And that line, what she said during that moment, it really made me feel like that's what someone like Berlin, you know, would say, like someone who is stealing, a thief would say. So I don't know, I'm imagining something like that about Camille. Or maybe it's gonna be totally someone else, an enemy. We need an enemy. And why do we need an enemy? Because things are too easy for our guys, but also because we need this show to get more intense at some point. I'm okay for the mood of Berlin being totally different than the mood of La Casa De Papel. Meaning by that La Casa De Papel, it was really dramatic, you know, intense, people dying. And it was because of the fact that they were already into the East and blocked inside and with a lot of enemies, and it was dangerous for them, all of that, for each season, in fact, if you're thinking about it. When clearly right there, for Berlin, the mood, it's a comedy, it's a romantic show, we have 3 love relationships since the first episode, and they are taking like really 70% of each episode. These romantic stories, you know, narrative arcs, that are really taking 70-80% of each episode, when the East itself, it's not that important. I'm okay with it. I was surprised by it, but I'm totally okay with it. But the mood can be different between the original show and the spin-off, but the DNA has to be the same, you know, to respect the franchise, to respect the you know, the fact that they are connected. It's a little the same than The Walking Dead and all of the spin-offs of The Walking Dead, and also the same for Star Wars and all of the shows based, you know, on Star Wars, on that universe. Things, they have to be connected at some point. And for something like Casa De Papel, it has to be with maybe some characters or also with the tools that you are using. And I think that really the fact that we are stressed for the characters and things are getting intense with big cliffhangers and stuff like that, it has to be something that we're gonna find again into Berlin. You can stay with a mood, with a comedy mood, with really a lot of time for the romantic narrative arcs. You can stay with that and still make things, you know, a little more intense, a little more stressful for the characters, and because of that, for the viewers. That's what I want, and that's also what I'm expecting for the second half of the season. We saw at the end of the last episode that Bruce is gonna be discovered right there with Keyla. They are doing something bad, but it's not really related to this Heist, and in fact maybe they can find a way to manipulate these guys, you know, to lie to them and to escape from that situation. So I'm not considering that as the wrong and bad stuff that I want to happen to the characters. Believe me, I already love these characters, especially Keyla, especially Damien. I don't know why, these two, they really entered into my heart first. But I want bad things to happen to them. I want to be stressed for them, you know, I want to care, I want to be fully involved into the story. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these reaction videos, you know, with 2 days, 2 days of advance. I mean by that on my Patreon they have 2 episodes of advance, meaning that right now they already have my reactions and my thoughts about the episode 7, if you can be interested by that. It's the best way to support me, my Patreon. You have also an extended reaction part, you know, for this episode, I mean for each episode on my Patreon. It's the best way to support me, my Patreon. I'm a little reactor on YouTube and also on my Patreon, so if you want to support me and if you want to have these advantages, if you want to thank me, you know, to binge watch Berlin and also to encourage me to continue my videos and to be there for the season 2 of Berlin, come on my Patreon. It can be really useful, so if you want and if you can, it can be appreciated. Let's go for this episode! Hello! Oh, you have a gun? I didn't notice that, so maybe it's not gonna be so easy. You just have a rent car, you know, rent bike company. Calm down. The fact that you found that under our desk, who is taking that at her job, you know? Keyla, you're not there for that, remember? But she has to make them think that they are there for that and not just for erasing. Nah. You were amazing.
Llevan 2 veces que me llamas crack.
Nah.
Al final no lo voy a creer.
Pues créetelo. Ya te voy conociendo mejor y te lo digo porque tengo una opinión formada de ti.
Do you want to spend more time with her?
Y de lo que hablamos.
¿De qué hablamos?
Ya sabes. De la depilación. Bueno, mejor dicho, de la nueva depilación.
So in fact it was really easy to escape for them.
pistola y casi matar a uno. Y tú me dices que me estabas mirando las bragas.
Aunque ya no te pongas así, una broma.
¿Te has planteado que yo también podría ir a la cárcel? ¿O solo estabas ahí contándome los pelos? Mira, normalmente la gente superficial como tú me da pena. Porque tú has conseguido darme asco.
Oh, you don't think that, Keyla.
¿Subes o qué?
And you made him feel bad. It's not okay.
Muy bien, pues hemos robado una botella robada y un globo.
No, it's to make a lot of noise, you know.
Pues yo me he puesto una joyita de Leonor de Avignon para lucirla como se merece.
If someone is recognizing them,
A ver que podemos salir con 116
and
kilos de
Damien
diamantes.
didn't notice that.
Cuando la vi, me entraron tantas ganas de ponerme que no me pude aguantar. Vaya, le digo a Damián que entre las prisas, el estrés y todo, pues que me la metí en el bolsillo sin querer y ya está.
No.
A que me quede bien.
Something bad is gonna happen, you're gonna let them right there into the car.
Con guantes y todo, ¿eh? Para que no me fichen. Es un profesional.
No prints, but what about your hair? What about everything about you?
Que te han dado la salida del parking y me esperas ahí.
Vale.
French people, I'm glad. You know that it was an issue during the first episode. I don't know this one. I'm sure that you all recognized the putain, the French putain. The girl! That's the girl! And that's it, you're falling in love.
Pero creo que deberías quitarte el collar.
What?
Por si sale volando.
You're gonna lose it at some point. How did you know about this place, about this meeting?
Sé de qué me habla. Solo estamos aquí entre amigos. Mándalo a él. Que yo sepa no eres mi amigo.
Y ni putas ganas de serlo. Me tomas por gilipollas, ¿o qué? Sé perfectamente lo que hacéis aquí. Ya he estado en
Au.
en España, en Bélgica, en Portugal.
¿Qué quieres?
Correr a la siguiente carrera.
La apuesta es de 10.000 euros.
The necklace.
Tengo 10.000 euros.
He's gonna use the necklace.
¿Qué me calza ella?
37.
What? What?
¿Estás bien?
Don't do that. Don't ever do that. None of you. Last time that I told you that, it was to tell you to not seduce women like Berlin. Now I'm telling you, don't do that. It's a cool scene, you know, and the pictures are cool. I'm not sure of the necessity of it, but it's cool. Oh, guys, and their egos, you know, their big cars. Remember when Berlin told you to just go into your room and clean it? Episode 1 it was a Da Vinci Code, episode 5 we are into Fast and Furious. Not the good time. Jimmy? Your former lover, something bad happened. Can we see him? Do we know him? No. She's going mad, but I'm pretty sure that you did something wrong, Jimmy. But after that, she went crazy. At least she was into a psychiatrist place. She was feeling bad. Oh my dear. Why doing that? Like, it's not like they're gonna escape just like that. They're not gonna run away. So what? Just take the car, you know, yes. We don't want this car, it's a stolen one with no shoes on it. Like, no. You sing, my dear? Right? The necklace is inside of that car.